Hello everyone, I'm going to be showing you the most optimal way to enter the DLC in Bloodborne. Now this is by no means the fastest way, I'm sure you can do it in other ways, but I'll be showing you the most optimal way to do it for people who want to just get there easily. And like I said, it won't be the fastest, but it's very fast and it'll be very easy to do. I'll be showing you how to cheese certain bosses and how to trivialize certain bosses by over-leveling and using certain strats. And you don't have to follow this guide exactly, because I will be using a skill strength build. If you are, for whatever reason, going for a blood tinge or arcane build, then it might go slightly different for you. But I will be using a skill and strength build, which I would recommend, but like I said, if you want to do any other build, then this will be slightly different for you. But you can just fill in those gaps yourself by doing what I did, just skip certain steps if you are not doing a strength or skill build. So you want to make your character, and like I said, I'm going with a skill build, and you can do whatever you want with your character, name it whatever you want, and choose whatever origin you want, but I would recommend skill. So I'll show you what to do now. So once you've spawned in, and either watched the cutscene or skipped it, up to you, you want to run over to the door and just do what you would usually do. I will be killing the werewolf at the bottom, and I'll speed it up if it takes me a long time. I'm not sure yet, we'll see. Hopefully I don't die to him. So once you've done that, he usually drops blood vials, but of course you can run past him if you want to. And I will be picking up items on the way for optimal healing, because it's very easy to run out of items early in the game in Bloodborne. You don't want to be caught without blood vials or bullets in this game. Although bullets is okay, but if you run out of blood vials, it can be pretty bad. This will be minimally edited, so there'll be a lot of stuff going on. Now you don't need these pots around here, these oil or Molotov, sorry, but I'll be taking them anyways because I like to grab them. Once you go up this ladder, you will want to go straight to the Hunter's Dream, because you want to grab your weapons. Even though I'll be swapping to the Saw Spear, you'll want to grab the Saw Cleaver or the Hunter's Axe or the Cane Whip, depending on what you're going for, just because it will allow you to level up very fast if you do that. Because you'll be able to kill the enemies through Yharnam with the weapons, even though I will be swapping weapon in a moment. So once you spawn in here, you want to go up to here and grab whichever weapon you want. I'll be taking the Saw Cleaver. And grab the firearm. You can have the Hunter Blunderbuss if you want, but I'll grab the Hunter Pistol. And there is a glitch to get both of these, but I won't be doing that. So now you can equip your stuff. And now the doll will allow you to level up once you have at least one insight, which usually you'll get after entering a boss room, like the Cleric Beast or Gascoigne. But I will be grabbing the Madman's knowledge from the sewers, and then using that before going to Cleric Beast, so you can over-level it and trivialize the fight. So now once you've got your weapons, you want to go to the Yharnam headstone, and go to Central Yharnam Lamp. Once you spawn back in, you can skip all the NPCs. You will not be needing to talk to them for this, unless you want to do it yourself, obviously. And I'll be doing a fast run through in Yharnam, because I like to kill all the enemies, since you'll get loads of souls, or blood echoes, sorry. Once again, you don't have to follow this exact thing that I'm doing. You can skip ahead. Once again, this will be minimally edited, because I'm showing you exactly how I do it to make it more optimal for you. Now for this enemy here, I'll give you a few tips. You don't want to try and parry his regular attacks like that, because they will almost always hit you, so you want to dodge them. You can parry this one though, although I messed it up a bit, but it's very easy to parry that one. He also has a jump attack that he does at about this range, which he might do now. See, but things like that, you don't want to be parrying those, because they'll still hit you either way, even if you parry it. That was a pretty poor performance, but usually if you play safe on those guys you can get it, and you typically want to parry his running attack. He also has a grab attack which he does, which kind of looks similar to the running attack, which you can get very easily mixed up. So you want to be careful of that. Coming through this bit is where quite a lot of people die if you don't know what you're doing, because a lot of people rush straight into the middle and they'll die a lot here. But if you are familiar with this area, you'll know how to easily avoid everything. And these guys with the torches here, they sometimes have a very abrupt attack where they start swinging their torch, which you want to be careful of. I usually go up here and take out the gun guys, the guys with the rifles. Then you can drop down on top of the dog as well afterwards. Usually, sometimes he's right here. Oh, he's not there for me right now. See that attack there? That sometimes catches people off guard. Oh, here's the dog. And now for dogs, a lot of people get lost here, but when they run at you, you want to attack them typically, when they start running at you like that. You can get them before they get any attacks off. The best part about killing all the enemies as well is that you will also have a lot of blood vials. Well, that's one of the best parts. And my favourite part is that you will have a lot of blood echoes to level up with and over level with. And I've seen many people complain about there not being enough bloodstone shards in the beginning of the game, like early on, but I think they just didn't explore enough maybe. Because you can upgrade many weapons with the bloodstone shards that they provide with you, or provide to you in the early game. And I'll be going this way, even though you can go that way and get the weapon that I will be changing to soon, but I'm going to go this way first, because doing a full lap around Yharnam will provide you with a lot of souls. Or blood echoes, sorry I keep calling them souls. And I won't be stopping to showcase every item that I pick up since I've done this route many times. So, like the torch I picked up down there, you can read the description of that or whatever if you want to, but I won't be reading descriptions in this video. This bit is also pretty tricky as well, because there's a lot of enemies here and sometimes I end up dying actually, which I hope doesn't happen here. Because you can easily get greedy here and end up dying. Yeah, see those torch attacks there? They're pretty brutal if they come out really fast. And the guys with the guns always drop bullets, so you want to make sure to kill these guys. Now for these werewolves up here, these guys drop quite a bit of souls for early on in the game, which is very nice. You usually don't get to actually aggro one at a time like this. This is very lucky. Usually you'll fight both of them at once. Oh, there we go. Now he's after me. Oh. Okay, so when you're near them, sometimes they just throw an attack instantly, so you want to preemptively dodge most of the time. Oof. Like if one of them gets close to you, you want to preemptively dodge, because a lot of the time they throw out very abrupt attacks like that. See, those will come out way quicker than most people can react, even myself, even after playing this game a lot. So sometimes I just preemptively dodge when I get near them. And these guys will sometimes drop blood vials or bloodstone shards, I'm pretty sure. Oof, I messed up that parry. See that there? That was just me guessing. I didn't actually know he was going to attack there at all. So once you've got that, you want to run around this way. And there'll be some bloodstone shard here. And remember, you don't need to kill those werewolves if you don't want to, because it's very easy to die to them. So I don't blame you if you end up running past them. When you come down here, these guys, they are very instinctual, or intuitive, sorry, parry timings like that. They'll lift their arm up into the air, and then just as it gets up to the top, you should parry. And those guys almost always drop items, but unfortunately he fell down. And now these guys, no sorry, not this guy, the guy over there, I'll showcase in a minute. So, kill this guy and grab his blood vials. So these guys here, what I was going to say is, these guys don't die in one visceral. These guys will take more than one visceral to kill. See that? And then you just want to dodge forwards and attack, like that. And there's a bloodstone shard. And you want to come around here and drop onto this top bit here, which this should either be a bloodstone shard or blood echoes. I think it's echoes. Yeah, cold blood. Make sure to kill that rat, because he will aggro. I know you want to parry this guy. So yeah, remember, once their weapon goes into the air, like half a second after that is when you want to attack. You go, and here's the set, which will be slightly helpful. The hunter set, the one on the case. Now coming around here and going up this ladder, you will get hit by a few rats, but usually it shouldn't do much damage, unless you kill them beforehand, then you can do that if you want. Oh. That was lucky. Usually they always get a hit off of me. But I guess not this time. And then you just want to run back up here. Which can be quite tiring, but... or boring, I mean, sorry. Once you get up here, you want to go left and just go up this ladder again. Then go left again and break through these coffins. Once you get over here, you kill this guy. And now you don't have to kill these guys if you don't want to, but I will be for the extra souls. That was unlucky. I'll cut back to being here. And now once you're back here, you shouldn't have those extra 1000, which I have, but I do have them because I died. You want to grab your blood echoes if you died. And sometimes they'll be on an enemy, but sometimes they'll also spawn on the ground. Those guys have about the same parry timing as the other ones, or not same parry timing, but it's pretty intuitive. And now in that room over there is the first boss, which we will not be fighting, since we want to level up beforehand to trivialize it. Now running through here is pretty nice, since there's a guy in a wheelchair below here, which drops quite a lot of bullets. Now coming through this way, which is not mandatory, but it's definitely very recommended, since there's a shortcut up here which is very helpful if you die. It'll lead you back to the second lamp, or basically the first inside of the Centurion area. You want to run back here and grab this, since it's a Bloodstone Shard, which you'll need to level up your weapon. These guys can get pretty dangerous if you get greedy, so you don't want to get too close to both of them. You want to try and single them out slightly if you can. Like, this is not good here, so you don't want to get greedy. Now once there's one of them, it should be very easy. And down here is a shortcut which you'll want to get. Oh well, you'll get it later, but I'm just showing you this is where it is. So when I mention it later, you should remember it. So that's the lamp that you first came up into the game at, besides the very first one. You come down through that shortcut that I just opened, come down here, run past the trolls and go there. And I'll remind you once I actually get the shortcut. Now you can go that way and open that door, but it's practically useless. I want to come up here and grab these blood echoes. And now once you come down here, you want to kill these dogs in these cages, because some of them jump out. And they'll be one hit while they're in the cage. You want to run over to this one, since this one comes out of the cage. There we go. I'm just killing them all for the money. Now when you want to come through this pit and roll through these barrels, and there is an NPC up here which I don't usually speak to, and now if you're not getting the Saw Spear, you want to like knock down this body, which will have a Bloodstone Shard on it, but if you are getting the Saw Spear, you want to knock down this one. These, you can get both of them if you do a lap back around. If you go through this sewers and come back around, and come back up this way once you drop down, come back up, you can come and get both of them, but I usually don't do it since it takes a long time. So I'd recommend just getting one, unless you want the Bloodstone Shard and the weapon, then fair enough. But there isn't much fall damage in this game, so you can just drop down like so. I think I just got shot there. Usually these enemies, you can just do a full combo of R1, 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 L1, L1, and it'll just kill them, the ones with the torches. Or you can parry them and it'll one-hit them. These guys are not one-hit, and you cannot do the other thing that I said. The other combo. You can still do it on them, but it won't kill them with the full combo. You'll have to do a bit more damage afterwards. Now there is another guy up there, but I can't be bothered to go get him right now. But you can if you want to. And now some people mix these up quite often, or at least I know I do. So that's no, this is the weapon here. Oh no, sorry, it's that one, yeah. Because up there, go over that way. Yeah, I think it's this one actually. No, it's this one, I think. We'll see. I can cut it out if we don't. Yeah, here. So this is the weapon one here. I actually almost got them mixed up then. So once you come down, it's the closest on the right side. Saw Spear is here. I think I got them mixed up when I was up there. So you want to grab the one that's on the right side that's closest to you once you come out of the door up there. And once you've gotten that, you want to come down this way and kill these rats. And grab this Madman's Knowledge, because this will be very necessary. Since with that Madman's Knowledge, you can actually level up before fighting any bosses, which will allow you to overlevel them all. And coming up this ladder, if you don't kill the enemies up here earlier, you will actually get shot coming up here most of the time. Yeah, well, you missed. A lot of the time you will get hit there though, so you want to be careful. You can come through here before you go up the ladder and kill them, so you don't get shot, but I didn't do it this time since I already dropped down. grab all the items that they drop. And now if you want to come through here before coming up the ladder, and you know, because you can risk getting shot, it's just straight through this bit. So you came in through there, and you hit the weapon down, which is on the left side, over here, far left, coming through. So when you're up there, you want to hit that body, drop down, and I didn't actually get it wrong while I was up there, that's my bad, I got it wrong twice, so it's on the left side up there, right there, above my head. You'll fall down, and it'll be on the left side, down there, right above my head, if you want the weapon, and that is a bloodstone shard over there. If you want to grab that, it's an extra one, which you don't necessarily need, but you can grab it if you want. Now, you can run around that way, which will make it quicker. Grab these oil pots. And I'll kill these crows before I drop down. And once you've killed them, or you can kill this extra one. Once you've killed them, you want to drop down and grab this bloodstone shard. These guys are nice to kill because you can get quite a lot of echoes from these guys, because there's a lot of them down here. And you will get a few blood vials from these guys as well most of the time. And you can grab these bullets. Now coming through here, there will be some crows up there which will drop down on you, so you want to be careful of those guys. Once you walk past them, they should drop down, just like that. And there'll be another bloodstone shard there. There'll be a few more crows over this way. Now coming through here, there you go, they should drop. Sometimes they get a bit annoying. Now you can go up this ladder if you want, but it's more optimal to go this way because of the giant bridge, which a guy sends a giant fireball down, which you can avoid the entire thing by going this way instead. You can actually avoid getting hit by this pig as well by just running straight past him, since he doesn't get any attacks off in time. And you'll also drop blood vials, which is a bonus. Now you want to come through here and climb up this really long ladder. Once you get up here, there'll be a troll which sends that giant fireball down, which it won't hit you when you're coming up this way, so don't worry. Sometimes you can actually damage himself with it as well. But I don't know if that'll work in this. Sometimes it just happens randomly. Oh, there we go. It actually worked. And you want to do that since you will be on the other end of that bridge if you go up that other ladder, so this will allow you to avoid getting hit by it, which you can also just go up that ladder and run along the left side of the bridge, or the right side, and it will avoid the ball, but I usually just come up this way since it will kill them all very quickly. And now this is that shortcut I was talking about earlier, remember? The side behind the trolls, when I was pointing at it and saying you need to go that way, so this will be that shortcut. It'll be right where I said it was before. And now, once you've gotten... Actually, no, you want it to go up there. My bad. Make sure you go up there. I'll cut this out. Now, once you go up here, make sure to go up here and not mess it up like I did. And once you get up here, you want to actually go back to the Hunter's Dream now. And before you go back, you want to use the Madman's Knowledge to get one insight, which you'll need to see the doll, which will allow you to level up. which you can then do before actually going to the hunt, before actually going into a boss room, which is nice. Ow, I'm drinking something, sorry. So once you get back here, you want to just spend all your money on leveling up the doll. You can listen to the dialogue if you want.
Very well.
I'm going to skip it. Now I'll be leveling up a little bit of health, probably 3 points, which I would recommend if you're a new player, and then level up whatever stat you want, which I would recommend skill or strength, but once again you can do whichever you want. And now you can actually level up quite a bit before going into the boss room, or before going into any boss room, which will allow you to do a bit more damage and have a bit more health. For anybody who doesn't want to, do anything. And it doesn't matter if you kill her, by the way, since you can just keep leveling up at her, so that's fine. Now you want to use all those, you want to use all the cold blood that you got as well.
Very well.
Which will allow you to level up even more. And once again, you can put the points to whatever you want. I'll put them into health for the sake of this video, because I don't want to die in the video. Although I already have once, but,
Very well. Good.
Now, you also want to level up your weapon. Actually, I might not have enough echoes for this. Usually you can, though. There you go. Now you want to level it up to 2. Now once you've done that, you just want to go back to the Central Yharnam lamp. Now once you spawn in here, you want to go through this shortcut that you opened earlier. And kill the enemy just for the sake of, extra souls and stuff. Also, I just realized I upgraded the wrong weapon. Oh well, I'll be using this then, I guess. That's okay. Both of these weapons are great anyways. Now you can kill these enemies if you want, it doesn't matter. Now when you're running into here, the cleric beast will spawn once you get about halfway across the bridge. And now for this, I'll be doing this, which is a running R1 attack. So what you want to do is, as soon as he shows up, you want to do a running R1 while locked onto his head, which should instantly trigger a visceral stun, and then you can do a visceral attack on him, which will allow you to get loads of damage off at the beginning of the fight. And I'll kind of talk you through it at the beginning, and how to do different parts. And I'm going to turn the music down a little bit, and the sound effects down a little bit, for the sake of the video, so you can hear me better. So, remember, run, and then once he comes over, lock onto the head, and R1. Just like so. Now you can get a visceral attack. Just like that. And now remember, aiming for the limbs will do limb break attacks, which will allow you to get more stun on him. Now I don't know all his attacks, I'm not a professional at this fight. Usually I just overlevel it almost every time. But we'll see. See, like that. Now when he gets stunned like that, you can aim for his head, which it's not easy to actually hit. Oh, this is a healing, so you want to run in for this and try and get a few hits in, because he doesn't do that much damage. 1, 2, and then this is a slam, which you can roll into and get a headshot in. Like that. You might not always get that, but it's very easy to get it on that 3-hit combo there. And that's a 3-hit combo there too, but you don't want to go in for any hits during that, because it does a lot of damage. And when he does that attack there, where he puts his hand into the ground, and then he pulls it out of the ground and does some, quite a lot of damage, you can actually run in there and try and get some hits on him while he's doing that. See there? See, that's a limb break right there. And this is a grab, so you want to walk away from that most of the time, unless you can get the timing down perfectly, which I don't want to risk. Oh yeah, and when you're behind him or on his side, he'll sometimes do this very quick attack, where it's like a swipe. And you want to preemptively dodge that most of the time, which you can kind of get a feel for it. I'll try and get him to do it again. Like this. Like that right there. So you kind of want to get a feel for it, so as soon as he starts to do it, you just want to roll, basically. There you go. Now you can grab those, and once you've got that badge and the souls from him, or the blood echoes, you want to go back to the Hunter's Dream and level up. Now once you're back here, you want to speak to the doll.
Welcome. Very well.
And now level up whichever stats you want. Once again, do whichever you feel like doing.
Farewell.
Now you want to go back here and actually go back to the central Yarnum lamp instead of the Great Bridge lamp. Now once you spawn in, you want to go back through this shortcut that you opened earlier. I'm just going to turn up my sound again. And you want to come through here. Once again, you can run past enemies or kill them, completely up to you. I'll be killing them. Now once you come through this way, you can run past the trolls, or kill them, once again up to you. And now this is where the shortcut is that I mentioned before. It's at this elevator right here. And this will take you down to the second boss, or the first main boss, or mandatory boss, I guess. And once this goes down, you want to send it back up in case you die, and in case I die as well, obviously. And coming across this bridge can be pretty dangerous, but you want to just run along the left. You kind of want to bait them over to the left and then run to the right, like that. And just come up the side. Like that. I usually kill these guys since there's a hunter's mark behind them, which will allow you to teleport back to the last lamp you visited without losing your blood echoes, which is nice. It's just nice to have in your inventory for every now and then, in case you don't want to run back. So I'd recommend grabbing this. And I would recommend killing them as well, since they drop blood vials. But once again, if you are worried that you'll die, then that's fine. If you don't want to fight them. And now, this is the second boss. As soon as you enter this doorway here, it will instantly start the fight, or start the cutscene. And I'll be skipping it, because I've seen it a million times. And I forgot to turn down the music, so it might be a bit loud. We'll see. This boss is quite aggressive, and it's easier to die to him than Cleric B since he's a bit less predictable. And he also catches you a lot on your rolls, which is pretty annoying. But if you practice his attacks a lot, you should be good.
What's that smell?
Now you go into this second phase-like thing, where he transforms his weapon like the player can. I'm pretty sure he has input reads, where when you heal he might jump at you, I'm pretty sure. Well no, it might be the range, we'll see. I'm pretty sure it's around medium range, he jumps at you, especially if you heal, I'm pretty sure. And then he will turn into a beast any time now, around this halfway mark. You can get a hit in here since that doesn't do much damage, but you'll get hit a lot. Now this phase is much more aggressive. It's significantly easier to parry, but it's easier to get stun locked too, so you want to be careful. He has a lot of roll catches in this phase as well, so you want to be careful of those. And he has a jump attack, which I'll try get like that there. You just want to dodge forwards, and it should completely miss you. You can avoid a lot of his attacks by actually just walking away from him in this fight. Like so, then going in at the end of the combos. And of course, like any boss, he will sometimes extend his combos depending on where you are in the boss room. So if you're further away from him, he might do different attacks, like that. Like so. And once again, that's not necessarily over leveled, but you should be quite high level if you do all the things I showed. And now once you light that lamp, you should get the key to go up here. But before going through this gate, you want to come around this way and grab this blood gem. Oh well, it's not a gem, but you can turn it into a blood gem. And that item you just picked up, you can use here, and it'll do this and turn it into a blood gem. And now once you've killed him, you'll get the key for this gate. Coming through here, you want to go up this ladder, and once you get up here, you'll get to a chest which will allow you to put blood gems on your weapon. And for anyone who doesn't know what blood gems are, which I would assume you do, it buffs your weapon in different ways. It increases its damage and different things like that. And once you open this door, up here there will be a cutscene which I'll be skipping. You want to grab the lamp, and this will be quite a central lamp, and here's an NPC that you can speak to if you want to. And now once you come in here, you want to actually run down this way and grab these blood vials here. And I will not be killing many enemies in this area, since you don't particularly need to over-level this next boss, but the first area in the game is very nice to be leveled for, since it's much harder to be fighting at the beginning of the game, when there's a lot more to do in this part. And coming through here can be dangerous if you're trying to kill all the enemies, so I'd recommend just following the route that I'm going right now. And you want to come around this way and speak to this guy here.
You
can skip through, and then you want to cooperate.
Take this.
Then he'll give you fire paper, which you'll want, and then you can just walk away after that. Or you can keep speaking to him if you want to, but I usually don't. And now you want to bait this dog over here, since he can't come through this door, and you can kill him at the door, so you don't risk getting killed. Usually I never kill that dog there, because he usually follows me to the other door, but I ended up killing him here. And you want to grab this. You don't need it, but you can if you want. It's nice to have those in your inventory, since you can buy things with insight. Now coming down through this way, once you go through this right door and go down these stairs, there'll be a werewolf at the bottom, but it'll just be one this time instead of two like last time. So it's much easier to kill. See, like, that's the thing I was speaking about, where you kind of want to preemptively dodge them for the most part. And it's a cool jump here, which you can do if you want. Where you like run to the stairs and run to the left and then do that. It's pretty fun. You can come back up here and grab some antidote. You don't have to get these, since there's more in the area that I'm going to, but I'd recommend getting them. Just in case. Now you can grab this lamp. You want to come in here, and you can either break these pots or run up them like that, which is pretty silly. And there'll be some pungent blood cocktails in there which you will want to grab. And now when you come in here, you want to run to the right once you get in here, because there'll be a crawling guy which will have some shards on him which you'll want to grab. You can try and block him from falling down, but I always mess it up. Oh, there you go, I got it. But sometimes if he falls down, I'll just show you the route. You want to go down that way and drop down off the edge of the building where my head is. Drop down there, then you'll come back around the right side, come around this way, and you'll climb up that ladder there, grab that item, and just drop back down here. You can come back around, in case he goes down for you, which he didn't fall down for me, so. And this guy will speak to you once you come in here and grab those blood vials. He will be up on that building up there, right above my head. You can see him. He's got a minigun. He'll shoot at you as you go through this area. And there is a way to kill him, but I won't be showing how to do that. And when coming through here, you want to be careful, because there's a lot of enemies in this area which can end up jumping you and killing you. I'm going to run around this corner and grab these shards. Once again, running through here is pretty dangerous, so usually I drop down the right side here, which is a little gap which allows you to skip most of the enemies, which is nice. And grab those. You can kill this guy because he drops blood vials quite often. Yeah, this guy drops blood vials quite often, so you probably want to kill him. And the guy with the minigun will actually shoot you while you're in this building, since there's a gap in the wall up there which allows him to shoot at you through. Right there. He'll shoot at you through here, which you want to be careful of. Now coming through here, you just want to run for it once you come in here, and I'll show you the route, because he will shoot at you and there's explosives in this room, so you just want to run. Like this. Like that. And you want to go over here and kill these, which you can kill usually with just a swipe like that. And grab this bloodstone shard. Kill these enemies. Be careful of this guy here. Once again, these guys often drop blood vials, so I end up killing them most of the time. And there's a pretty useless gem here, but you can grab it. Now through here you want to run to your right, grab this and instantly turn back around to your left. Go this way. Because that guy will start shooting at you. But you want to grab that since it's quite a lot of blood echoes. Now you want to go up this ladder here. And coming up here can actually lead you to that guy who's shooting at you with the minigun, but I will not be showing you how to kill him. But if you want to try it, there's a easy way which doesn't always work, but it does most of the time. You go up the ladder, and once you get to the top, just lock straight onto him and start spamming with your gun. Sometimes it can knock him off the building and it'll just kill him. Now you want to drop down this way. Make sure you come this way, since there's a little secret over here. If you hit this, it'll kill majority of the enemies below you. If you hit this little wooden thing in front of me like this, it'll drop down and it'll kill a few enemies down there, which is nice, and it'll help you next time. Or well, once you next go down there, it will actually kind of make so there's less enemies. I'm gonna drop down to this and just jump straight down here. And grab this shard. Or two of them. You can... I'll kill this guy. And now coming down through here, there's a lot of enemies, and like I said, I'm killing all the enemies because having a lot of, blood echoes makes this a lot easier. Since you can be a really high level for the early game and just allow you to destroy all the bosses, which can easily get you to the DLC. Now once you've killed these guys, I think there's one or two more guys over there, but I can't be bothered to kill them. I'm going to come over here and grab this ritual blood. Unless you're doing the chalice dungeons, this ritual blood actually sells for quite a lot. So you want to grab it. Once you've killed these, you want to grab these bloodstone shards. And now over here is a shortcut which is practically useless since you get another one right in a second, so there's no point in going up there and getting it, since you get another one any second now. I think it's in case you die in this area though, so it's reasonable, but if you follow this route you probably shouldn't die. So it's practically useless right now. Now you want to run for this guy, since there is a little guy down here which you can kill, and sometimes he can get away, so you want to kind of run straight to him, which can sometimes lead to you actually being killed by these guys, so you want to be careful, since it's very easy to die to them when you run straight for that guy. They'll all jump you at once, so you want to be careful. Now coming through here, you want to grab these cocktails. Be careful of the wolves, since there's a lot of them in this area. I have about 17 now, and Just in case you don't get lucky with the drops from the enemies, you want to come down here and grab these, since sometimes you won't have 17 by this point, since I'm getting pretty lucky with the drops. Some people might not have them by now. There you go. Now coming through here, there is a wolf on your left through this way, and he is up there. And once you go around this alleyway to the right, he'll drop down, and you want to run straight back around and backstab him, like so, like this. Like this, and backstab him like that. And now this little alley here is actually very, very helpful, since it has beast blood pellets, which you'll be wanting for this next boss. And you'll be wanting them for all the bosses, actually. And now coming through here, the guy will jump out, and you want to bait it by walking in front of the door and then running behind him and backstabbing him, and I'll show you. Like this. Like that. Now once you come in here, I'm going to grab these and kill this enemy on the stairs. And you'll want to come in here since the shortcut for the boss, this next boss, but you shouldn't die doing this tactic, so you should be fine. The tactic that I'm about to show you for this boss should allow you to do it first try, and you can grab these shards. And now, here is this, and this shortcut is actually where I showed earlier. You know when I showed the crawling guy who drops the bloodstone shards, and I said if he falls down here and you have to follow him, which he didn't for me, he's actually down here. So that's the building that you were on earlier. You were up there before, and you drop down, and you come up here and go up this ladder, and go up there and grab the blood echoes. So when you drop down, usually this is where the shortcut is. It's right next to the lamp, so it makes this entire area very fast. Now you want to come in here for the fire paper. Now you can do this quick route down by dropping down and jumping through here. Or you can use the stairs, but I think it's cool to do it that way. Now running through here, there's a guy behind this smoke, which you can backstab very easily. And now there's a werewolf here, which is actually a very buffed version of the normal ones. He does a lot of damage, so you want to be careful. He has a bit more health too. He does a lot of damage, so you want to be very careful of him. As you can see, his eyes are red. Now you want to grab these bullets, and when you come up here, there'll be another one of these guys. So you want to get to him and kill him quickly. Now the next boss is down here, so what you actually want to do is grab these Bald Hunter's Mark. And you don't want to go into the boss room yet, since you want to level up. And I can also demonstrate the shortcut for you as well. And there'll be a guy hiding in these bushes here, so you want to kill him. And you grab these blood echoes. And now instead of going into the boss room, which is there, you want to use a Bald Hunter's Mark and go back to the lamp. And once you spawn back in, go back to the Hunter's Dream. And now once you've spawned back in, you don't want to make the mistake of... Where's the doll? Oh, this is a very lucky thing to happen. This doesn't usually happen. That's very rare. She sometimes comes up here. But anyways, what you typically want to do is spawn in and use your cold blood, but don't use it all, because you don't want to do that mistake that I did before, where you sometimes don't have enough echoes to level up. So you want to level up your weapon now. I'll be leveling up this one, because I accidentally leveled up the other one by accident last time. And now you have this, you can actually... Because that chest you open after killing Gascoigne allows you to put these on your weapon. So you want to put the blood gems on your weapon, which you should have gotten throughout the game. And that should allow you to do more damage. And now you want to use these. And after using them, you want to come down here and sell these if you are not actually doing the Chalice Dungeons. If you're doing the Chalice Dungeons, you want to keep these. If you are not, sell them. So they'll give you quite a few souls. You can sell any items that you don't want as well. Like any items that you don't want, just get rid of them.
Very well.
And now I'll level up quite a bit. As you can see, you can actually level up quite a lot for this. And now, you want to come up to here and go to the old Yarnum lamp. Now once you spawn in, run straight ahead. And you want to go to your right where that crawling guy was last time. And just drop down. You can grab that item if you want. Come down here and drop straight down. And here is where that door should be, where I showed earlier, where you opened. You can come through here and just drop down. And this will lead you straight back to the other area, which you were in earlier. Now you can run past all these enemies, which I would recommend doing. I'm going to be careful of that werewolf with the red eyes, because he does a lot of damage, remember. So coming through here, when you come down to this boss fight, if you have the hunter's bell thingy, you can actually summon an NPC here, which will help you with the fight, but I wouldn't recommend doing that for this, since there's a strat that I'll be showing you how to do, which will very easily trivialize the boss, and having the NPC spawn can ruin this strategy. So what you'll want, if you've been following the guide, you should have Beast Blood Pellet, and Fire Paper, and Pungent Blood Cocktail. You can put these in any order, but I'll put them in this order because it's nice. And you want some antidote just in case you get poisoned. Now what you want to do is, when you get to around this point in the boss room, you want to do the Beast Blood Pellet and then Fire Paper in whatever order you want. Now come over here, and throw these Pungent Blood Cocktails into the corner of the room, right like this. And now he'll be attracted to them, and you can just unload your attacks on him. Like so. Now every now and then you want to throw another one, because they run out pretty fast. And be careful, he can still attack you, so you want to keep throwing them, just in case. There you go. That should basically trivialize the entire fight. Now once you've done that, which is very easy to do, you want to run behind here and grab these antidote, just because why not? And then go back to the Hunter's Dream and level up. And then once you're here, level up.
Welcome. Very well. Fair.
Now you just want to go straight back and go to the Cathedral Ward lamp. Now once you spawn in, make sure you don't have many souls on you. You should have spent them all before anyways, but you want to kill this guy here, and these guys are very easy to parry. As soon as they start attacking, just shoot and it'll parry them at any point during their animation. Now you want to come out this way and actually die to this guy, which should be spawned after you've killed Blood-Starved Beast. This guy should be here, and you can grab the item behind him if you want, and now you just want to die to him. He'll take you to a secret area. Now, once you die to him, once the loading screen's over, you should get this cutscene, which I'll be skipping, but you can watch it if you want to. It's a very short cutscene. Once you spawn in here, I'll be showing you where all the items are in this area. There's a cool jump here which you can do, but I might mess it up. Oh well. There's an NPC here too, which you can send back to the Cathedral Ward, which I won't be doing. I'll just kill her, but you can do that if you want to. She'll drop that rune if you want it. You don't need to, but you can kill her or send her back to the Cathedral Ward. And you can only send NPCs back to the Cathedral Ward if you talk to that little guy in there who's in the corner once you come in. So you want to speak to him if you want to be doing the quests. And when you come up here, there'll be one of these guys here, yep. I'm gonna kill him, because he'll be dropping twin bloodstone shards, which you'll want. And once you've done that, I'm gonna come around this way. Be careful of the witches in here. because they grab you, and they have this grab attack like that there, and that's pretty dangerous since it does a lot of damage. You want to be extremely careful of these, because they can just come out of nowhere with the grab and get you. There'll be a lot of enemies in here, and there's blood vials and stuff which you'll want to grab. Just because they're nice to have, like nice refills. You can kill the rest of the enemies if you want to. And now you want to come up through here, and there'll be another one of those tool guys with the bag, so you want to be careful of them. Well, he's already over there now. There's two there. Now you want to grab this lamp, in case you die. And I'll be running past these guys, but you can kill them if you want to. Actually, no, I will kill them, for the souls. No, I can't bother, actually, I changed my mind. There is a rune there you can grab, which will make you do extra visceral damage, so I'm gonna grab it. Oh no, it's more, more blood echoes, not visceral damage. Now, you want to come through this way, and go to your right once you come out here. And there'll be one of those guys round here, and he'll have two dogs next to him, so you want to be careful of him. You want to kind of bait the dogs out, so you don't fight him and the dogs at the same time, so that's dangerous. You can just treat these dogs like normal dogs. They look special, but they're not. There you go. Now you want to... There's a very easy attack which you can parry these guys on. It's where they bring their right hand upwards. I'll show you. I'll try to get him like that. And once he's had it up stationary for a while, you can shoot. I would recommend doing that. He'll have it up stationary for a while. And these guys also have a mini-second phase once they get to half health, so you want to be careful of that. They get more aggressive. Oh, he went into it early, which is unfortunate. Usually you can parry that other attack, which I parried earlier, but I messed up the visceral. There you go. And they also have this very, very bad, or, well, I guess good, jump attack, which does a lot of damage, which you want to be careful of. He'll do it around medium range, and it will practically always one-hit you at this point in the game. Now you can grab more of these twin bloodstone shards, which you'll want at this point. And you can open this door, which is where the witches were before. It's a mini shortcut. You don't need it now. You want to run back through this way, and there'll be pigs over this way, so you want to be careful. The giant pigs, like the one that we saw in the sewer earlier. You want to be careful of these, since they'll charge at you and they run at you very fast. And you're going to grab these frenzied cold blood here. Now you want to be coming over this way, since there's actually an item over here which you'll want because it'll sell for a lot. But if you actually want to use this weapon in your playthrough, then you can if you want, obviously. But I usually sell it for blood echoes. Now coming through here, you want to be very careful, since it's easy to die by these dogs, because they do a lot of damage, as you can see. So you want to be careful coming through here. It's very fun to, well, very easy to solo them out, so you can kill them easier. Usually this pig doesn't get aggroed, but he aggroed, unfortunately. And now once the enemies are dead here, I think these dogs are going to come back over, so I'm going to kill them quickly. Now once these are dead, once again, don't underestimate those dogs, because they'll do a lot of damage. But their attack pattern isn't very special, and there is usually one hiding here, but I already aggroed him. But if you don't aggro him early, he'll jump out at you and he'll practically jump scare you, so you want to be careful. Now here, some people actually go up to this guy and backstab him, but I prefer to aggro the dogs, because he's very slow. Because if you get caught up with him and the dogs, it's going to just kill you so quickly if they both hit you at the same time. So you want to make sure he does this, because he's really slow, so you want to aggro the dogs. If you can just get the dogs to come at you, like solo, that's nice. So you don't have to fight all three of these guys at the same time. And now you can fight this guy on his own. And that's just a stun attack there, which does nothing besides that, so that's nice. And there's that attack there, which is very easy to parry. Once again, his arm goes up. And then a bit after that, do this. And during the second phase thing, you can get a backstab on them. And if you're lucky, they'll drop that. And now this is the item you'll be wanting. The Tonitrus, since it sells for 13,000 blood echoes, which is very nice. And once again, if you want to be using that weapon in your playthrough, then you can just not sell it. Now you want to come down this way, since there's an armor set which also sells for quite a bit down here. But once again, if you want to keep it, then that's absolutely fine. And if you haven't noticed, these pigs are very prone to back shots. So you want to give them back shots. And once you do the first round of back shots, you can actually just do another one right afterwards, and it'll stop them from moving, essentially. And then you can grab that armor set right there, which is very nice. And if you get the jump on these dogs, you can kill them without them even seeing you, basically. And you can grab this Madman Knowledge here. Once you've grabbed all of this, you want to come back this way up the stairs where you came from. And there'll be some more twin bloodstone shards that you can grab. Make sure I have the right amount. Very nice. And come down here and kill this guy here. It'll be very easy to catch him since there's no enemies around this spot. You can get him cornered like this, which makes it 10 times easier. But remember, they do disappear after a while if you don't attack them, so they will get away, so you want to make sure you catch up to them. I come back through here, and this will lead you straight back to the lamp, and that's the entire run around through this area. Now you want to go back to the Hunter's Dream. Once you've spawned in here, you want to sell the items actually before you level up. And that entire area is mainly to sell these items, and because you get a lot of twin bloodstone shards, which you'll want to level up your weapon. And now you can sell all the other stuff that you don't need. Unless you want to keep it, of course. And then sell these here, since they sell for a lot. Now once you've done that, you should have quite a bit in your inventory.
Welcome. Very well then.
Very nice.
Farewell.
Now you want to go level up your weapon. And apply any blood gems that you have gotten, if you've gotten any better ones, which I haven't yet, but some enemies can drop them. So now you've done that, you want to run back and go back to the Cathedral Ward. Once you spawn in, you want to come down the stairs and go to your right. And now this door is usually shut, but once you've killed Blood-Starved Beast, this will actually be open. And you want to come through here and go up this elevator. And once you get up here, there'll be a guy with a minigun at the top, so you want to be careful. And you can run towards him and attack him, or you can play it safe. And I'll play it safe like this by going behind him. You can run straight at him if you want to, which I will not be doing because it's quite dangerous. And there is a gem in, a rune in here, which you can grab if you want to. Now coming through this way, you can run past all these enemies. And when you're coming around this way, there'll be another one of those crawling guys with twin bloodstone shards, so you want to get him. Make sure you don't knock him off the edge of the map though, because that's dangerous. It's fine if you knock him down here, just don't knock him down that way. And you can grab those. Now what you want to do when you come in here is, make sure you have around full health. You don't need it, but I'd recommend it just for safety. You want to come up to this ledge right here, and just slowly walk off and around this direction, like this. You should land on this little platform here. Now heal, and drop down to this next one right here. You want to come in here. Now once you get in here, this is a secret area, which is actually the Hunter's Dream, which is nice. It's pretty interesting lore-wise as well, but the main reason we're here is for this. Since this is actually a set of the doll. and this sells for a lot of money, which will allow you to level up very much. You want to grab the old hunter bone, which you can sell or use if you want, and get that, which is used for something else, which I won't spoil for anyone who doesn't want to get spoiled. Now you want to light this lamp, but don't actually go back to the hunter's dream. You want to come back this way and go back to where you came from. Now you want to come out to your left and drop down here. You actually don't need to jump off of this, you can just roll. So roll to the side like that, and then jump down here. And there's a guy down here which you want to run straight for him and just fully charge R2 and then R1, which will allow you to do a visceral attack like this. And he'll drop the beast rune, which will just be put into your inventory like that. Now this will allow you to skip the entirety of buying a different item, which you have to do usually, which is why you kill Bloodstarved Beast first, because not only does it actually allow you to skip buying an item which is 10,000 blood echoes, it allows you to use loads of other items which will give you loads of levels. And not buying that 10,000 item which you need to get here usually saves you loads. Because to get to this area you need to buy that usually, but if you kill Bloodstarved Beast and go this route you can skip buying that item entirely, which is very nice. You want to open this gate, and this actually leads back to the Cathedral Ward. Or sorry, the Cathedral Ward area where the lamp is. And I'll show you where this is just in case you don't know. This is where you get killed by that guy earlier over there. And it's right out the front door once you spawn in the Cathedral Ward. You want to come up these stairs and run past these guys or kill them. They sometimes actually hit you with their weapons going past, so you want to be careful. And come out this way and grab these blood vials. Or cold blood actually, I think it's in the DLC, blood vials around this area. I got them mixed up a bit. You want to come through here and grab this Madman's Knowledge, since it's nice to have. Now over here is the gate that you'll actually usually have to pay 10,000 to open. But if you go around this way, you can just open it from this side and you don't even have to spend any money. It's just completely free. This guy does a lot of damage with that, so you want to be careful. And see that gate there? That's usually closed. And there is a lot more Bloodstone Shard, just normal ones, down that route where I'm looking now, but you don't need to go that way, since your weapon should be a high enough level by this point anyways. But if you want more to level up a different weapon, you can go that way. You can also come over here and grab this item, which you can actually also grab it from the other side of the fence, which is pretty funny. Now you want to come down this way, since there's a set which sells for quite a bit of money down this way, so you want to go down this way to get it. And remember, these guys, you can parry them at any point during their attacks. It has to be one of their attacks with the canes, though. It can't be the attack with anything else. If they attack you with the cane, you can just shoot them at any point during any of that attack, and it'll just parry them. Now, coming through here, there's some enemies which you want to be careful of. There you go. And now this is the set, which you can sell for quite a bit as well. There you go. Now you want to lure this guy out, because he actually does a lot of damage, and you don't want to fight him in the alleyway, since you can get stuck very easily, and he does a lot of damage. Yeah, as you can see. There you go. I know he has a pretty similar attack pattern to the other guys of his like, but he's got a different weapon, so it's slightly different, but it's a little bit similar. Or it might be the exact same, but I'm pretty sure it's slightly different. You can kill this guy and he'll drop bullets. Grab these here. Be careful of this guy up here, which will shoot at you, and there's a lot of enemies up this way, so you want to be careful. Be very cautious coming through here. Sometimes all of those guys in there can be out here, so you want to be careful of them. Coming through this way actually allows you to be able to kill this guy from below here with your transformed attack. And if you're not using this kind of weapon, then you can't do this, but you can just fight him normally later. There you go, since that's kind of a hard enemy, so that's very nice to be able to do from this point. And now once you kill these guys, I'm going to come up through here and go up this ladder. And this will take you back around to where you were earlier. There's a dog down here which you can drop on and do an R1 attack and it should kill it. Or at least do quite a bit of damage. You can grab this, and now you want to actually go back around to where that guy was. And I didn't kill him before because I didn't want to risk dying to him or getting grabbed. But that guy that I killed just then with that cheese attack from over here, he'll be around this way. This is where he was. But you want to come around this way because there's some twin bloodstone shards there, so you want to get them. But once again, if you don't kill him down there with that cheese, you'll have to fight him up here, which it's not too hard, but he can still pretty easily kill you. Now once you've done all of that, I'm going to come this way and go back up this area here. Be careful of the giant as well, because he has some swipe attacks which are very hard to avoid if you're just running. You can get hit by them very easily. Now you don't want to go into that boss room just yet, because there is a boss room up there through that door. You want to go to the left and come this way instead. Grab that item since it sells for a lot, and so does this. Oh sorry, the next one after this, I mean. And now coming through here, there is a little tactic that I like to do where you just run up here, and when you see this dog turn, you go the other way. So he doesn't attack you like that, and you go to the right. And you just want to run straight through here. There is some items in here, but they're not very good. And this is a good place to farm bullets if you want them as well. You just want to run through. And having 15 insight, I'm pretty sure, oh no, above 15 insight will spawn extra enemies in here. So you want to be careful about that. Now opening this can also be pretty dangerous as well because of the dogs. So you want to make sure to kill them as soon as it's done. Run down and grab this lamp. Now once you have this, you want to actually go back to the Hunter's Dream now. Once you're here, you want to sell many items. You don't have to, once again, but I would recommend doing it. So sell everything that you don't need, like these, this. Sell all the things you don't need. Sell this. Sorry about that. My dad came in. My dad came into the room. But anyways, what you want to do is come here, and you don't actually want to sell these. You don't want to sell the cold blood, because if you sell these, you don't get as much. If you just consume them, it's actually going to give you more. So anyways, you want to sell the rest of the stuff, especially this armor set here. You don't have to, once again, you could do whatever you want to do, but this one here, look at the price on this, sell all this, get rid of it. Look how many souls you're going to get from that, and just sell everything else if you want to. I will, because there's no point in having it, to be honest. If you like it, then keep it. You don't want to sell your buffing items though, you want to keep those. And now, you want to...
Welcome. Very well.
Level up. Very nice. And now, once again, before spending your blood echoes, like the ones that you consume in your inventory, you want to level up, just in case you don't have enough. I actually don't have enough. We actually don't have enough at this point. I forgot. Anyways, you want to use these. And once you've used these, level up again.
Welcome. Very well.
You can also hand over one of those items that you found in that Hunter's Dream area for lore if you want to do that. You don't have to, but you can if you want.
Farewell.
Now once you've done that, you want to come to the second headstone and go to Hemwick Charnel Lane Lamp. Once you spawn in here, you want to come down to your left. Once again, I'll be killing most of the enemies, but you don't have to. There you go. You can grab that. You can also roll into these witches and it stuns them like this. If you want to do that, that's fine. It's pretty funny. You want to grab that since it sells for quite a bit. I actually forgot to sell those before, but you can sell those for quite a lot. Now once you come through this way, you want to run to your right so you can avoid confronting those other enemies and go straight up to these ones. And there is some down there, but you don't have to fight those. You can just run past them, which I do usually. You want to come around this way and grab these twin bloodstone shards up here, which are hidden around this corner. And be careful of fighting this guy, since there's an enemy behind me, like a witch, who is up top and she'll start throwing molotovs at you. So you want to be careful fighting this guy. So if you fight him back there, I'll show you what happens. If you fight him around here, this one will start throwing molotovs. So you can either run up and kill her, fight them both at the same time, or pull him backwards and fight him when he's not in range of her. Do whichever one you want. Now you want to come through here and drop down from here so you don't get grabbed by this woman. Now you want to kill this crow here. There's actually a small little spot here where you can kill these ones without worrying about getting hit by doing that. They won't necessarily kill them all, but you can kill quite a few by doing it. And here is a shortcut, and I'll show you where this leads to, in case anyone doesn't know. This leads back around here, right back to the beginning. Right here. This dog only is here because I didn't kill it earlier. This is right where you started the area. I want to come around to the right side and go up this way. And send it back down for efficiency. Now coming through this way, on your right there'll be a woman who will try to push you off the map, so you want to be careful. You want to dodge very early. Almost preemptively, basically. Then you want to parry this guy quickly, because there'll be a woman that comes out and throws molotovs. Or just kill him as quick as you can. You don't necessarily need to parry him. Oof. Oh. And there you go. And be careful because that can get a bit dangerous. And then there'll be a woman on your right in here. I'm going to kill her in the second stable. Now coming through here, a dog will actually run at you from over that way, which you want to be careful of. But, as you can see, if you walk to the left, he should miss you. Like if you walk over to this way, he'll jump past. Now there's actually a slight hidden area in here, but there's no point in going this way. You can go down that way and it'll lead over there, but there's not really much point. Now coming through here, there'll be another one of these guys. And once again, like I said earlier, if you have over 15 insight, there'll be some extra enemies in this area, so you want to be careful of those. So there's a small lighting glitch here, which is pretty funny. Your character kind of goes white for a second. Now coming through this way, on your left, there'll be another one there, and she'll try to push you off, so you want to be careful. Usually if you run through here, she'll push you and she'll basically push you off the map there, so you want to be careful of her. Now there is stuff at the end of this bridge which I'll be not showing you how to get, since there's a lot of enemies and it's practically useless unless you really want the item at the end, which is a rune, which doesn't really do much for you, so it's not really necessary. You want to be pretty patient in this area since there's a lot of enemies and it's very easy to die. So you want to be quite patient. And there'll be a dog over here, which sometimes I forget is here and I miss it because it's quite dark, so you want to be careful. Hope you drop down. Coming through here, there'll be another woman that tries to grab you, but you can kill her by attacking the wall here. Hope she came around. But usually she'll be right here. She's behind this wall, and you can attack her through it like that, so she doesn't grab you, and you can kill her without her even coming around. Be careful of this guy. I was watching out for the dog, but this guy will be here on your left when you come out of this door. But you can bring them up to this door and just cheese them essentially if you want. You can also fight them normally since they're not crazy hard, but they are pretty difficult. Now you want to grab this shortcut here, because this is pretty necessary for a tactic that I'm going to show you for this boss next. So you want to open this door and you want to keep this open. And this is where that troll was with the woman throwing the Molotovs there. So you want to keep this open and you want to make sure to get this one, since it's pretty mandatory for what I'm going to show you. You want to get this guy, just to be safe. Once again, be careful fighting these guys. And there's a guy to your right round this way, which he's in a small corner, so you want to be careful with him. You want to kill him pretty quickly though, because there's some enemies actually coming down from a hill to the left here. So you kind of want a little bit of a timer fighting this guy. Here you go. You want to kill him because there's a gem in here, which is pretty good for your weapon at this point in the game. So once you have that, there'll be some enemies up here which are pretty dangerous, because they all gank up on you and you want to be careful. And once you've killed those, come up here, and there'll be a secret guy up here. One of those small guys with the bloodstone shards. You want to roll into these barrels, or just destroy them. And then he'll drop down through the roof. You can grab this item as well. And now for this bit here, there's a boss in here, which will spawn extra enemies if you have at least over 1 insight. So when you enter a boss room in this game, it gives you insight straight away. And now what you want to do is go in here, start the boss fight, and then actually use a Bald Hunter's Mark to get out of the boss fight. So make sure you have one of these. Make sure you go in here and use a Bald Hunter's Mark to get out of the boss fight. Since this will be an easier way to do it. So you want to do that and get out. Because you want to spend all of your insight so that there's no extra enemies. And this is a tactic that I use quite often since it trivializes the fight so much more. And it'll basically get rid of all those extra enemies. You want to go back to the Hunter's Dream. And you can also spend your souls or blood echoes. You want to come and sell any extra items that you have. If you want to, of course. And now once you've been here, you want to come and upgrade your weapon. Since you should have enough now. And now you want to add the blood gems to your weapon if they can fit on your weapon, of course. Some weapons can't have them though. And now you want to use all of these. And you want to spend your insight. Make sure you spend all of it. Not allowed any of it in your inventory during this. Spend it on whatever you want. Just spend it away. I'll spend it on this armor because you can sell it. And I'll buy these. There you go. Make sure you have 0 in insight. And I'm just going to sell all these. And now you can go level up.
Welcome. Very well.
There you go.
Farewell.
Nice. And now I want to go back to Hemwick Charnel Lane. And you're going to want to equip fire paper and beast blood pellets. That's what you need for this fight. You should want to run straight past all the enemies, and I'll run straight to that other shortcut that I opened. Like here. Like I showed earlier. Now you want to have that one open since it shortens the area a lot. You want to run straight up here and go straight for the boss room. And now once you get in here, once again, if you get stuck there, you can roll into these witches, remember, so you can stun them. And now once you have 0 insight, there should be no extra enemies in here, which will trivialize the boss fight. And now how this boss fight works is there is an invisible witch, 2 of them actually, and you want to go to each corner of the room. They can be there, back right, back left, up on these pillars, underneath the pillars here, or up on top of it here. So they can be all around these kind of pinpoint areas, and she always spawns right over there the first time. And now the optimal route for this, if you're using this weapon, is this kind of attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, L1. So 4 light R1 attacks and then an L1 attack. And once you go up to her, she'll reveal herself. So you want to run up to over here. I think there you go. She moved a bit. There you go. See that? Now you want to run around and try and find her. There you go. Once again, there is 2 of them, and you can actually find the other one like that before it even shows up. And this will do damage to it before it even actually shows up in the fight, which is nice. See that? It doesn't look like it's doing damage, but the second one's health bar doesn't show up until you kill the first one, but it's still actually doing damage, so you don't need to worry about that. They do have attacks which you want to be careful of, since they do quite a lot of damage, and they also have an attack which stuns you and then they grab you afterwards. Like, see that attack right there, that will stun you and then they'll grab you. So you want to be careful of that. And that's the fight. And that's how you trivialize it. And those are the enemies that would usually spawn in if you had at least 1 insight, which I showed you how to avoid having them spawning in. You want to come through here and grab this, which is why you want to go through this area in the first place. Grab that. Because this allows you to equip runes, which are a pretty big part of this game, which is why you'll want it before the DLC. Now go back to Ninja Stream. Now you want to level up.
Well, very farewell.
And now you want to go back to the Cathedral Ward lamp. So once you spawn in here, before you get to the next boss, you want to make sure you have these equipped. Make sure you have both of these, Fire Paper, Beast Blood Pellet. Now if you followed what I showed earlier, this door should be open out here. You can run straight to the boss. And these enemies have a little animation once you go up to them, so you can just run straight past them like that. And there is a summon for it there, but I wouldn't recommend doing it, because there's a method that I'm going to show you which will trivialize the entire thing. Once again, be careful with those giants as well, and these guys, since their attacks are very abrupt and they kind of come out of nowhere, so you want to be careful. You can usually just run past them, but sometimes they'll attack you very fast. So this boss fight will probably be the easiest one of the entire thing because of the over-leveling which I've done. Now, I'm going to turn this down because I'm going to explain how to do this. So, you want to have Fire Paper and Beast Blood Pellet. And now, like I explained with Cleric Beast, certain enemies have limb breaks, so you can damage their limbs. Now what you want to do for this boss fight is run around to the right or left side of the boss and attack its leg. And once it breaks, it'll do this stun attack. And now you can run around to its head and then press R1. Make sure you're locked on, because it'll make it so you can do the visceral attack. So it'll stun it once you break its leg, then run around to its head and press R1 on its head. And it will do a visceral attack. Make sure you're facing its head as well. And then once you've done that, you want to run around to the opposite side of whichever leg you broke last time. Go to the other one, and then repeat that, and then do the visceral attack again once you go to its head. And then just go crazy with it. And the attack pattern that you want to do for this boss fight is R1, 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 L1, L1. Like that. And it should start, see these big squares on the floor, it'll start around this one here. So you want to use your Beast Blood Pellet and then Fire Paper, and then go into it. I'll be skipping the cutscene. So I'll demonstrate it now. To the right side. R1, R1. And run over to the head. And if you don't think you'll make it to the head in time, stop your combo. You do this and then go to this side. See, like that, I accidentally ruined it a bit there, but this is still super easy. And dead, like that. There you go. Like I said, if you don't think you're going to get to the head in time, stop your combo and go for a visceral attack, because the timer can run out, or you can damage its limb again, and it can ruin the visceral attack. And you want to grab the lamp. And now you've killed that boss. That's the last boss you needed to kill to get to the DLC. And now to progress the main game, you interact with that skull, if you want to do that, of course. And go back to the Hunter's Dream after you've done all of that. Once you get back to the Hunter's Dream, you want to go up to this bit here, and once you've interacted with that skull after killing the Vicar Amelia boss, this item should be here. Eye of a Blood Drunk Hunter. And now, you want to level up. Like so. And then, go back to the Cathedral Ward lamp, and this will be practically the last step, essentially. Once you spawn in, you want to go to your left, once you come down this mini staircase, and go over to where this item is, or was if you've already picked it up, and allow yourself to get grabbed by this. And there's a mini cutscene here if you want to watch it. And now, this is it. This is the DLC. And that is the optimal route to get there. You should be around level 45 once you get here, which I wouldn't say is high enough for the DLC, but if you want to have a difficult run, go for it. And that is the optimal route to get to the DLC from the beginning of the game. So I hope this helped anyone, and I hope it helps you defeat the bosses, because sometimes a lot of people get stuck on Bloodstarved Beast and things like that, especially when you're trying to rush through the game. Sometimes you get there under-leveled. So this should help you actually kill the bosses in a pretty reasonable way. Well, it's not reasonable because you're practically cheesing them, but it doesn't matter as long as you enjoy it. So I hope this helped someone, and see ya. Thanks for watching.